Everyone wants more time. No one wants less. In fact, have you ever heard anyone say, you know what? I wish I had less time to deal with that. Of course not. The world is speeding up. Things are coming at us faster than ever before. I've invested about 30 years of my career in new product development and innovation. And I can tell you that's enough time to know that I've seen great ideas flop when they were introduced and then succeed 10 years later. I've seen people talk about windows of opportunity, but how do you actually know when the window is going to open, when it's about to close, or when it's closed? There's no good way to do that. The stock advice is just go faster. Things are going faster, you should move faster. That sounds great, but I'm of Cuban heritage, and my relatives had a saying about that. They said, if you drink Cuban coffee, you'll just do stupid things faster. And that's often what we get when we try to move too fast. We just go faster right into the brick wall. So I kept running into the same problem. It wasn't about the idea, the what, or the how, the execution, the who, the people. It wasn't even really about how much money. It was when. It all came down to timing. And that's why I wrote my latest book. It's called Now, The Innovator's When-To Guide. There are a lot of how-to guides out there. There are a lot of who-to guides out there. There are a lot of books on how to get funding, but there just aren't books out there to tell you how to get your timing right. And that's really the promise of this book. This book is for anyone who is working on inventing the future, whether you're a corporate innovator, an individual inventor, a venture capitalist or angel investor, or anyone who's in that ecosystem trying to help them succeed. In my book, I'm going to give you 3 ways to architect time strategically: chronological, sequential, and perceptual. Chronological time is exactly what you're thinking. It's drawing a timeline, making sure you understand what happened, what's happening now, and what will happen in the future, just with the dates on the calendar. You might be surprised at how powerful a tool a basic timeline really is, and I'll show you. The second is sequential time. That's that things have to happen before other things. If you're in the medical device business, you already know that there are stage gates that you have to pass. But there are those same things with not just technology readiness, regulatory stage gates, but cultural readiness as well. And third, the most powerful type of time is perceptual time. That's the type of time where time slows down or time speeds up. Time is emotion. And being able to craft a moment for people is one of the most powerful ways to make your product or service or idea sticky in the mind of your customer. As many of you know, I'm an innovation historian. So I'm going to be using those stories as the scaffolding, the parables that will help us illustrate each one of those points throughout the innovation lifecycle, from discovery and learning what your customer wants, through the building process, the development process of your product or service, through the launch process, and then finally full circle to the renewal and reinvention of a stale or older product line. Throughout the book, we're going to cast off the myths we've been told about timing, that faster is always better, or that the first mover always has the advantage, or that there's only one window of opportunity. All of those are wrong. My book is going to help you see how to architect time strategically, not just go faster and not just rely on luck. So on Prime Day 2026, which is a little bit earlier, by the way, than I had planned. I was planning for a July 15th release date, but since Prime Day has moved up, so has my book launch date. Book launch is now June 23rd, 2026. That's the first day of Prime Day this year. So we're going to be launching the book on exactly the same day that Amazon created time in the retail calendar. So timing might not be everything, but it is the first thing you need to consider when you're launching a new product or service. So go ahead, and if you're watching this video before June 23rd, it's available for pre-order digitally. If it's after the 23rd, go buy a copy right now.